So it's time to take your first Hollywood meeting. I remember my first meeting. I was so excited. And I didn't know that there were various types of Hollywood meetings. I thought, well, you have a meeting, you get a job, right? But there's different types of meetings. There's the general meeting, where it's just a meet and greet, put a name to a face, and they just want to see what you're doing, and they'll keep you in their files and in their minds. There's the pitch meeting, of course. You go into pitch project, which most likely they will not buy, and then you offer them something else, and they say, keep in touch. Then there's the moving forward meeting, where they actually buy your script or option it, and they're moving forward in the process. And then there's the notes meeting after you start writing the screenplay, and then you meet for the criticism, about the script and start executing the notes. But the key with the meetings is that you have to show up early, and always come prepared. That's one of the things that, you can't change a bad first impression. So you can blow your opportunity from the second they meet you. So you want to show up early. They're going to make you wait, which is okay, but don't you be late, because it also is going to reflect upon your professionalism. So are they going to consider, God, this writer was late half an hour without even a phone call? What's going to happen when we hire the writer to actually do something? Are they going to be late turning the script in? It starts their mind, wandering and wondering about you. So you have to research the credits and the background of your contact. Do your homework. Google them. Look at some of their credits. Watch a movie. They're going to appreciate and respect that you took the time to find out about their background. You probably may not have any credits, so there's nothing to find out. But if you come in and say, hey, I really liked your movie and that one scene, or you can talk about your project and say, this is very similar to this kind of, you have a reference point, and they're going to love it. And you're showing confidence and your ability to be a professional. Now in the meeting, look for red flags. If a producer badmouths other writers and complains about how they hate to pay writers, that's not a good sign. Look for these little red flags and listen closely how, their attitude toward writers or their attitude toward the work process. Is it going to be a nightmare if you're going to be hired and have to work with this producer, or is it going to be a fairly easy job? If it's a nightmare, they're never going to blame themselves. They're going to blame you. You were difficult. They're never difficult in their mind. Now, sometime after the meeting, maybe a week later, send a thank you card to the person that you met to show your gratitude and remind them gently of you. Most people today pay no attention to the small details. It's very old school to send a handwritten card. That's why it's important. And the executive assistants sort the incoming mail, and they put the handwritten notes above the other mail. So it's read first. So when the producer's busy with 1,000 distractions, they open the card and, you're a nice blip on their radar. And it shows that you appreciate the meeting and that you're a professional. So it's a good thing. Remember to send a thank you card after a meeting.